Welcome everyone to another episode of iSocialTalks. I'm Brian Fanzo, known as iSocialFans on the Twitters, coming to you with another episode of iSocialTalks, where I talk fast, I tweet fast, and now I'm talking with you, the community. And today is an interesting one. So today I'm going to talk about what makes a tweet popular, or why is one tweet better than another tweet? And you're going to read lots of studies, and I'm a geek for social data, so I read things about how a picture is more powerful, or depending on the hashtags that you're using, or the time that you're tweeting. And I use all kinds of different tools. I love using follower wonk to study and analyze when I tweet and what tweets work. And I input that into Buffer, and I schedule my tweets out. I'm always testing and tweaking, because I think that's what we should all be doing, to always improving, and kind of hopefully I can provide the most value to my community. But with all that being said, I found an interesting little study that I did, and I did it just because I'm a geek like that and was curious how something would work. And after I was discussing it with my co-host, Rachel Miller, on Social Selling Hour, which hopefully you guys are all joining us. Cloud Talk is Thursdays at noon. It's a Twitter chat, Google Plus Hangout that I host. And Social Selling Hour, Mondays at 4 p.m. That's the Social Selling Hour Twitter chat, Google Plus Hangout that I co-host with Rachel Miller. Cloud Talk I co-host with Daniel Newman. So enough about those. What is this tweet test thing that I did? So over the last 6 months, I've been very blessed to have my follower count grow. The community, you guys have been amazingly supportive. I've been on a couple lists that have really grown my Twitter following. I've almost doubled, or a little bit more than doubled, my number of followers in 6 months. So what I was doing is I was looking at one of my favorite elements of Buffer is the analytics tab, and I was looking at, they have a new piece where it tells you the most popular, the least popular, the most clicks, most retweets of all of your tweets that you've had over a certain amount of time. And so I clicked on it, and I clicked on what it said was my most popular tweet. And I decided, let's see if this is still a popular tweet. So I just added it to my Buffer again, scheduled that same tweet out. And to my surprise, the results were very interesting. So I'm going to share my screen real quick so I can show you guys what the original screen looked like, and then what the results were of that tweet that I scheduled out. So let me share my screen with you. So as you can be able to see here in a second, this is actually my Buffer screen. So this is, if you're noticing, I'm looking at my most popular tweets from August 15th to November 1st. So this is just a 90-day poll of what my most popular tweets were. And as you can see here, the most popular tweet that I had over that amount of time was this one, where I had tweeted out, wow, a map of every device in the world that's connected to the internet. Very cool graphic. As you guys can see, that this is the picture that is actually tweeted out, showing some really interesting information. It really does pop in the Twitter feed. And as you can see, I had two hashtags, Internet of Things, IoT, and Big Data. That tweet that I sent out about 90 days ago had 122 retweets, 97 favorites, 16 mentions, 118 clicks, and about 519,000 in potential. So what I simply did was, I said, well, I'm going to send that tweet out, but I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to add it to my Buffer. So I simply went like this and added it to my account so that I could schedule that tweet out. So I did that about a week ago, or actually a couple of days ago. And now you're going to look at, over my last 90 days, what is my most popular tweet? And what you'll see here is that tweet that we are just looking at with 122 retweets is here. The one that I resent out, so I sent the exact same tweet out about 90 days later, look at the number of retweets, favorites, mentions, clicks. Not only was that tweet, again, my most popular, but this one actually almost doubled the amount of retweets, clicks, and quadrupled the amount of potential impressions from that same tweet, which to me surprised me, because I'm guessing that majority of my people, a lot of people on my feed, had already saw the original tweet, or this was a tweet that was popular before. And I didn't really customize it. I sent it out at 4:08 p.m. The first time I sent this tweet out, I sent it out at 9:32 p.m. So that's a little bit of an interesting different time zones. But to my surprise, this tweet not only was my most popular, but it actually trumped the first time that I sent it. So as you can see here, with that many retweets, that many favorites, and the exact same hashtags, I have this tweet as apparently a popular tweet. So why is it popular? Great question. So that's something that I don't think we could ever find out just from this test alone. I think understanding why it was popular, the graphic is very eye-catching, as you guys could see when I showed it there in the full screen. And I used 2 hashtags. I've been reading lots of great information on Buffer that said that 4 hashtags right now is a common trend for your tweets. But I didn't do anything different, and I just added it to my buffer, let it schedule out, and it just happened to go out at 4:08 p.m. So for me, I love doing A/B testing, and if I drilled all the way down in this, I would do the exact same tweet at the exact same time, on the exact same day, different weeks to test. But I really wasn't trying to overthink this. What I was really trying to think was this tweet popular, or was it the time that I tweeted it, or the picture, or what about this was popular? And when it comes down to it, this tweet is just a really popular tweet to my community. So what can I learn about this? Well, I can promise that I'm going to start tweeting out more that have those same hashtags. I'm also going to look for having graphics that are this eye-catching. Just something I thought that was interesting that I wanted to share with you guys. So once again, I used Buffer for my testing, but you can use any tool, Hootsuite, Sprout Social, any of those other tools out there. And it's always good to look at what is successful and what isn't successful. And then also try to test and say, was it just successful because of the time I tweeted it, or because my audience happened to be watching it at that time? So nothing crazy, nothing mind-blowing out of this experiment, other than the fact, in my opinion, some tweets are just better than others. So hopefully you guys found this interesting. As always, subscribe down below to iSocialTalks. Submit your questions using hashtag iSocialTalks on any of the social networks, and I will be tweeting and coming to you with more videos in the future. As always, catch me on Twitter at iSocialFans. Have a great day.